Hello, I'm your host, Justin Lachey, and welcome to the J Word. I just kind of wanted to come on here and kind of get some things off my chest that's been going on with me, um, and just some things that I've been thinking about. Um, I was more thinking about spirituality, if I can talk. Just now because I was listening to an audiobook that I had got about finding soul in the Orishas. I've been, exploring that path, and I am a newbie to it. So far, what I think of the book, I'm in the very, very beginning. Um, I just kind of felt like, dang, I wish I would have known about this sooner. But then at the same time, like, I like learning. I am a nerd in that respect. But, I felt like this would have been something interesting to know about in the earlier stages of my life. But I guess the important thing is that I know about it now. Um, so I have been kind of like exploring that and trying to find my way, I guess, through it all. Just, doing research, doing homework, that kind of thing. Um, I have been trying to read more books. Um, I picked some of the books that I have um, been wanting to, that's been at the top of my read list. And I've been trying to do a habit tracker as well as um, a reading tracker. I did try the apps. The apps were a little bit frustrating for me, um, especially being that I've always liked just handwriting a lot of stuff. That's just my personal preference. I don't knock the apps, they just wasn't for me because it was just like I just start stuff and don't think to stop or before I even do it to log it into the app. So that's one thing that I kind of struggle with when it came to the app. So I figured I would try to do the paper route. And it was a little bit of a struggle for me because my perfectionist side kept picking up. And I'm like, I don't like this. And I tear the paper out and then I start over and then I tear the paper out. So I finally got to a place where my anxiety can calm down and stop with the paper. Um, and then the other thing I've been thinking about is just kind of distancing myself from social media, just because, as far as like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. Just because, for one, I do want to get back into the habits that I adored, which is why I was thinking about having a habit tracker. Um, and then I also felt like it started to be too much. And then I had some bigots and not so nice people that came after my niece, so that wasn't oof. Okay. So that's one thing I've been thinking about. As far as that, like, maybe it's not that great to be on there, as but then I kind of go back and forth. I kind of argue with myself. That is my character trait as an INFJ personality. I am constantly arguing with myself and playing the pros and cons constantly. But so I kind of struggle with it. But I'm hoping to do um, another card reading just to get my practice in. Um, I haven't figured out, like, how many decks I'm gonna use. I just follow my intuition. Um, I am trying to make this video as a way of having accountability, and I definitely want to talk more about the Get In Tune segments, and then just the things that's been going on in the world. I don't know what's up with this lady, Candace Owens, and she says the most problematic things all the time. And you could like her, that's on you. I don't. I don't like her at all. Um, I kind of been not knowing how to feel about it when I find out that someone I talk to kind of leans towards her, and I'm like, ooh, But then at the same time, that's fine too. And then it just made me realize you can have difference of opinion doesn't mean that I care about you any less. So then that kind of made me like, oh, y'all can have y'all opinion. I don't like her at all. I don't like Trump. I don't like anybody in his camp. Anybody rooting for him. I don't like it. I don't like it. But you're welcome to your opinion. Just don't get disrespectful with it. Because then when you get disrespectful with it, then I'm coming for your jugular. That's kind of how I felt with my niece. She's 11, and she, has her opinions too as a 11-year-old. Of course, her knowledge and her experience is not going to be as, developed just yet because she's 11. But at the same time, that doesn't negate the fact that she's smart and that she sees what the world is offering in front of her, and she's entitled to her opinion just like I'm entitled to my opinion, and people can shove it. So, I kind of don't consider YouTube social media just because I'm not, it just seems like the apps kind of function differently in my mind. It's just the way that I think about them and use them. So, hopefully I will be coming back with some more things that I've read, with some more book reviews, with another reading within the next couple of days. And I'll post maybe a few more TikToks on here. I haven't really been posting that much. Like even today, I probably did like one or two. So I've been slowing way down on those. But I just kind of wanted to give an update, and kind of throw some things that were on my mind off so I can go to bed. And I hope that you guys have a good night. Again, I'm your host, Jessie Lachey. This is the J Word, and you have a good night.